Hello, children.
Hi, sir.
What did we study in the previous sessions?
We studied about force, moments, principle of moments, and couple.
Yeah, we studied about force, principle of moments, couple, torque, etc. We discussed many conceptual questions. We solved many numericals and other important board questions. Did we?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What is the next chapter to be studied?
Next chapter is work, power, and energy.
An important chapter, work, energy, and
Power.
power. Do you know what is work in our day-to-day life?
Work is a physical or mental exertion.
Yeah, you are correct. A type of physical or some sort of physical or mental exertion. In everyday life, work means any useful labor of a worker. All right?
Yes, sir.
It is called some sort of exertion or physical or mental for various activities. But in physics, the meaning of work is somewhat different. In physics, anything that has energy can do work. What is energy?
Energy is the capacity to do work.
Yeah, in physics, anything that has energy can do a lot of work. For example, when you lift a suitcase or climb a flight of stairs or pull a table along the ground, you are doing a lot of work because each of these activities requires some energy input, correct?
Yes, sir.
So people do work only when lifting, pushing or sliding an object from one place to another place. Physics says that you are not doing any work when you are holding an object without moving, or when you are reading some book or writing on the board, you are not doing any work. Let us explore it. All right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's study what is the meaning of work in physics. In physics, work is said to be done when a force is acting on a body and body moves in the direction of the force applied. There must be a force acting on the body and the body must have some displacement. Let's see how it happens. This is a block. I am applying some force in this direction and the block slightly moves. Can you see? Yeah. So this is the block. I applied certain force on the block. The block was at position A. Let's say at A. Now it reached the final position at B. All right, covering a displacement S in the direction of force applied. What is displacement? Displacement is the distance between initial position and final position, or difference between initial position and final position. So the body got displaced through a displacement of S. All right? Yes. So in this case, we can say that the force is acting and the body got displaced through a displacement S. Okay? So work is said to be done. Another examples of work done in your day-to-day life while pushing a car. You are pushing a car and the car moves in the direction of the force applied. So the work is said to be done. However, a man tries to push a wall, or a child tries to push a heavy stone. They are unable to move it. Then there is no work done. So we say that when you are pushing a wall, for example, let us consider a heavy block. This is a heavy block. Okay, I am trying to push it. It's not moving. I am applying certain amount of force, but there is no displacement. Since there is no displacement, physics says that there is no work done. But you are doing a lot of physical exertion. So afterwards, after pushing a wall, you get tired, you get exhausted. You say that, oh, I am tired, I did a lot of work. But physics says that there is no work done. It's a kind of exertion for you. All right?
Yes.
So for the work to be done, there should be a force acting on the body. And other than that, there should be a displacement of the body in the direction of the force applied. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Similarly, another example, a coolie carrying a heavy load. A coolie or a porter carrying a heavy load on his head. He is carrying a heavy load on his head. He is applying the force in the upward direction, right?
Yes.
And the weight is acting in the downward direction. The applied force is in the upward direction. So he is carrying a heavy load on his head and stands still. What is the work done here?
done is
work done is 0 because there is no displacement for this load. He is standing still. So the work done is 0. Alright? The examples are clear to you?
yes, sir.
Yeah. So what are the conditions for a work to be done? There
When
must be
there
a
is
force
force.
acting on the body, and there should be displacement of the body from one point to another
Another
point.
point.
Then the work is said to be
Done.
Now, how can you measure work? Work is said to be done when a force is acting on a body and the body got displaced through a distance s. How can you measure the work? The amount of work done on a body from this figure we can see it depends upon the force and the displacement. Right? More the force, more will be the displacement and more will be the work done.
Done.
So we can obviously we can say that the amount of work done is directly proportional to the force applied, and again work done directly proportional to the displacement. Force applied F and displacement S. It is denoted by a letter S.
S.
Okay. So we can write work done is equal to force into displacement. W is equal to
F
Fs.
into S.
Okay. This is an important formula based on which a lot of numericals are asked. Please remember this formula. So work done is the product of force and displacement. Okay. It means that even though the force is acting when displacement is 0, work done will be 0. Alright? Clear?
Yes, sir.
So can you say an example in which you are exerting a lot of force and there is no work done?
When we are trying to push a heavy stone.
When you are trying to push a wall or a heavy stone such that it is not moving. In that case, work done is 0. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Is it clear?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
So an important formula, work done is equal to force into displacement. Okay. Now we got to know about an important derived physical quantity, that is work. Now, what is a unit of work? SI unit and CGS unit of work. Physical quantities without unit, it is meaningless. Now let us derive the unit for work, SI unit and its CGS unit. We know the formula. Work done is equal to force into displacement. Okay. This is the formula for work done. Okay. So in SI system, force is measured in Newton and displacement is measured in meter. So we can write work done is equal to Newton meter. When a force of 1 Newton acting on a body such that the body displaces through 1 meter, the work is said to be 1 Newton meter. So 1 Newton meter is called, we call it as joule.
1 joule.
We call it as 1 joule because work is nothing but it's the amount of energy spent, because when you are doing certain amount of work, equal amount of energy is spent. So the work and energy both are same. So we assign the unit of energy as joule to work done. So 1 joule is equal to, we can write 1 joule is equal to 1 Newton meter. Alright?
Yes,
okay.
sir.
In CGS system, what is the unit of force? Force is measured in dyne, right?
Dyne.
It is measured in dyne, and displacement is measured in centimeter. So in CGS system we can write what is the unit of work done? Work done is equal to dyne centimeter. All right.
Yes,
This
sir.
1 dyne centimeter we call it as 1 urge. 1 urge is equal to 1 dyne centimeter. Okay, 1 urge is equal to 1 dyne centimeter. In SI system, 1 joule is equal to 1 Newton meter. Alright?
Yes, sir.
So, work is nothing but it is the energy spent. That's why we assign the unit of energy to work. Alright?
Yes, sir.
Now, an important question is asked. What is the relationship between SI unit of work and CGS unit of work? It's an important board question, often asked in the board examination. Alright? SI unit of work, we know that 1 joule. Alright, 1 joule is equal to 1 Newton meter. We know it. Okay. So 1 joule is equal to 1 Newton is equal to 10 to the power 5 dyne. You have studied it. Okay, you have studied 10 to the power 5 dyne, and 1 meter is equal to 10 to the power 2 centimeter. 10 to the power 2 centimeter. So 1 Newton is equal to 10 to the power 5 dyne, we have studied, already studied, and 1 meter is equal to 10 to the power 2 centimeter. Now 1 joule is equal to 10 to the power 5 plus 2, 7
9 centimeter.
dyne centimeter. Alright? So 1 joule is equal to 10 to the power 7. What is dyne centimeter?
Urge.
So we can write 1 joule is equal to
10 power 7.
urge. So this is the relationship between SI unit of work and CGS unit of work. Please remember it. Or directly it can be asked. Write the relationship between the SI unit and CGS unit of work. In that case, you just mention it for 1 mark. 1 joule is equal to 10 to the power 7 urge. So there are bigger units of work such as kilojoule, kilojoule that is equal to 10 to the power 3 joule. Then we have megajoule, 10 to the power 6 joule. Then gigajoule as GJ as 10 to the power 9 joule.
9 joule.
So these are the bigger units of work.
Work.
So please remember this also. All right?
Yes, sir.
Things are clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you very much.